you know, a little hysterical, and she's saying, they killed Perry. And I'm like, wait, who killed Perry? What are you talking about? And she's saying, it's been all over the news. You mean you haven't seen it? Well, I'll tell you, I actually caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't have the audio on, so I couldn't hear. But I did see it, and they didn't have his name when I saw it at first, but they were saying that someone had been murdered by the police. And so I said, there's no way. I was looking at that and didn't recognize it was him. So it took me several minutes. I was trying to find it on TV. But as we were getting a lot of people sending clips of the video into our inboxes, my cousin sent me the message. When I got the message, I only played it just for a second, just to hear the first groan, because I had heard that voice so many times. I didn't need to hear anything else. I knew it was him. And I didn't watch that video until actually the trial. I couldn't allow myself to watch it. And when I would see it come on, I didn't want to watch it. But because I did attend the trial, I had to watch it, and I had to watch it in slow motion and in detail as they described it. It was a very painful thing to go through. I think probably the first time we were all into this, they had us, so all the family was in like this room where we could watch closed circuit TV, and then we had designated days where we could actually be in the courtroom. That day was my day actually to be in the courtroom. So imagine trying to keep your composure as you're watching this sort of thing play out for the very first time. So we were able to get through that. We managed, and the focus initially was really on getting a measure of justice. You know, as people say, you know, we got justice. Well, I argue that we will never get justice, because justice will be George still being here with us. So we are glad that we got some measure of it, but we knew that it couldn't stop there. There needed to be more done, because we feel like George is the face of every other person. As we heard all the countless numbers, you see the pictures beside you who died. So the fight that we are in is not one that we do just for George. We do it for the sake of generations to come, and in the honor of every person who's lost their life. That's the story of how I found out about it. And that was the beginning of us saying, what will we do? So the things that we do within the foundation, we focus in areas of social justice. So we know that there's legislation already in place. Not really a big proponent of necessarily creating new laws. There's some that are already in place that really need to be enforced. Workforce development, trying to create second chance opportunities for people, whether not everybody is going to go to college, but you know, George was a truck driver. That was one of his second chance opportunities. And so we were looking at trades and trying to work with people to get some sort of trade so they can take care of their families. And then finally, we focus on youth mentorship and leadership, and focusing on trying to help guide our children. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, so we do a lot of partnership with existing organizations in the community where we go out and talk to kids at schools. I mean, I've flown all over the country doing things like panel discussions, so not above doing anything. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. If there is an opportunity for me to be out, to be present, to be involved and engaged, I want to be a part of it. Because I think I can't have people fighting harder for the loss of George's life than I am out of it. So I feel it's a responsibility, it's a duty for us to do that. So that's kind of, you know, when I think about the picture of the things that we're doing here recently, there's been a large focus on, we see people who have no interest in voting, right? I know a lot of the young people don't see a point in it. They don't see how it's going to make any difference. So what we've been involved in is trying to provide education about the process, getting involved and doing things that really impact them. You know, most people focus on the presidential election, the federal laws, and those things that's nice, but the things that impact us are those things that are right around in our local communities. So really trying to get people to understand the impact of knowing who the people who are running for these judges, and people who are your mayors and your city council members, and these people who are impacted. And so we are involved in doing that. from everything from helping people to get registered to vote, helping people to understand the voting process, to providing education to them, and really just trying to encourage people that no vote is still a vote. I mean, if you choose not to, you're probably voting for the opposite of what you want. But it can stop there. I feel like it's really very important to make sure that everybody knows there's a part that they can play. There's something that you can do within your community. Nothing is void when you go out and you give of yourself and you serve and you sacrifice and you create opportunities for other people to see the value in themselves. I don't ever want to see another young person die at the hands of the police or anyone else. You would think at that time there was sort of a momentum that we thought there was a lot of positive movement and action, and I think there has been some progress in some places, but the deaths have not stopped. I remember while we were still in the trial, just down the street from the courthouse, Dante Wright. So there is just typically around this time, I'm always going to Minneapolis. I made a pact to go back to that place. Ironically, you would think going back to a place where somebody actually snuffed the life out of your family member, that it would be too hard. But there is a spirit of community, a spirit of love, encouragement, and support that's in the square where it happened. And I look forward to going back there to share with those people who grieve right along with us. I know without a shadow of a doubt that we would not have been able to make it this far without all of the love and the support that we received from literally all over the world. I mean, there was a time when there was a little bit of guilt on our part because, right, you think George is almost like I would have come to events and people would share their stories, and I have literally given up my opportunity to speak because I felt people know enough about George's story. There are people whose sons or daughters or husbands or cousins, people don't know their names, and so allow other people to speak about it. But I just want to say that I'm very, very appreciative of the opportunity to come here. I appreciate you, the coalition, for providing me an opportunity to be able to speak to people about what this has meant to us, to lose a family member, what it means that every holiday, every birthday, every anniversary, every opportunity that we gather for Sunday dinners, that there is an empty seat at the table, and we recognize it will never be filled again. But those things and those moments make me just gravitate closer to the loved ones that I have and feel a stronger commitment to be able to get out and do this kind of work so that we can provide an opportunity for a better life for our children and generations to come. If I could say, we had in the federal George Floyd Policing Act, fell short of getting that passed, and there was an executive order passed. We're still working on that. In Texas, there was a bill called the House Bill 88, where they broke it out in portions. They weren't able to pass it all, and the hang-up, as is in most cases, is the qualified immunity piece. So there were portions of that law that was passed, and we're grateful for that. But there were a lot of things that were done within our local government, like removing of the chokehold and requiring officers to report on their other officers when they're operating in a way that is police brutality. They have to actually report. So there have been some strides, and I'm grateful for those strides, but there's still much more work that needs to be done. And so I'm just grateful for all of the partnerships that I've been able to create. I've become part of a sorority, fraternity, if you will, that nobody asked to be a part of. But I'm a glass half full person, and I'm always looking for opportunities to take a positive spin on it. So I have an extended family. I have met some remarkable people who have lost family members just like I have. We have all worked together. There is a strong commitment from all of us to be able to work together when we can. And when they call, if I'm available, I'm there because it's so very important that we don't drop the ball. You know, I remember there was so much pomp and circumstance, if you will, the 1-year anniversary. And I've said over and over again, as time goes on, something else major happens. Interest in it is not as big as it was when it first happened. But for us, it never fades. Like we have daily realizations. And so on this anniversary, I am just extremely grateful for the opportunity. I thank you all. And I just would ask, as I continue this fight, I solicit your prayers and continued support as we go on this journey to find justice for George and all of the other people who lost their lives. Thank you.
Continued police violence that plagues us. Thank you, Dr. McGee, for being with us and sharing your story. We're still very, very sorry for your loss, but we believe that in the midst of this, God is going to use and continues to use that what happened to him for greater justice. So we're so thankful for your presence. A couple quick notes that we want to do. The 57 Block Coalition that talks a lot about this investment in our communities is having a monthly session somewhere in the community. First, on May 31st will be our first one at 4 o'clock. And we're going to send an email out directly where it is. We're going to go to the hardest hit neighborhoods and provide resources. If you want to know more, please connect with your leadership and we'll have that information sent to you. Also, our Act 40 struggle against the special prosecutor law that is taking away power from our district attorney, who is doing everything he can to reduce mass incarceration and to stop the wrongful convictions that have been happening over and over in our community. We'll have a session on that on June 18th, 7 o'clock at Mount Airy Church of God in Christ. So let me say these remarks quickly. And if you can gather together, maybe grab the hand of the person near you as we talk and share, because our power is in each other. Gabe Bryant said it so well, that yes, there was victory. The victory is in the fact that we're here now, 4 years later, galvanized for some real change in our community. It is how we organize with one another that is the victory, and will continue to provide greater victory for us. So grab the hand of the person near you, if you could, to feel the power of organizing, to feel the power of the people, to feel the power of change that is in us and through us.
Chris Jimenez, Kayleen Spencer, Dr. Movita Johnson-Harrell, Dr. Rashida McGee, and Reverend Greg Holston. Can we get a round of applause for our speakers? I want to thank our poets, Collective Climb, Lindo Yes, Rhonda Rye. Let's show them some love, y'all. I want to thank our co-sponsor, the Abolition Law Center, Philly Neighborhood Networks, Free the Ballot, Healing Communities PA, the Coalition of Labor Union Women, Reclaim Philadelphia, the Philly Black Worker Project Foundation, Philly Unite Here 274, Musicians Local 77, PASNAT, AFSCME 47, Unity Caucus, Teamsters Local 623, SEIU 32BJ, SEIU Healthcare Pennsylvania. I want to thank all of you. Thank you all again. Thank you for the love. We love you back. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we look forward to seeing you in the streets. We want to present
gathering here to mourn the precious souls who've been murdered in Rafah in recent days, to pray for Gaza, to call for an immediate ceasefire, and to hear the stories of people in our communities and why they're here to mourn with us. I want to start by introducing Brianna Marsh, who's going to be opening us up with some song.
For the sake of the coming generations, may the one who is without limit expand our senses of what is possible as we reach for justice, freedom, and peace.
That's not mine.
On a serious note, we got a vote, y'all. We got a vote. Now this matter, we don't vote.
Question for you. I got a question. Mr.
He came to the right town. We got him here. Yeah, we got him here. I'm just wondering what door he gonna try to sneak in. He ain't coming to the front door, that's for sure. He ain't coming to the front door. Yeah, he going down the subway, y'all. He gonna sneak through the subway. Yeah, he went out with other rats, that's right. Yeah. Dump Trump! 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 Yeah! Dump Trump! Dump Trump! I can bust live here. Yeah, they don't live here. They don't live here in Philly. They mad.
Sorry, yeah, it's pretty good.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Donald Trump.
Get up there.
Uniontown, y'all. We got.
I said you're coming in like the New York sewer rats. Coming in underground because you're scared. Did you get permission? Donald Trump, you want to take away the rights of women. We say no. Donald Trump, you want to march with white supremacists. We say no. Donald Trump, you want to take away our right to organize. We say, hell no! Donald Trump, you say you're above the law. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. 34 times, 12 people all said you were guilty. Donald Trump, we respect women, you don't. But women, you have to respect when women show up to vote you out. Vote you down. Donald Trump, unions got a message for you. Philly's a union town. Trump. He's a joke, he's hiding. Real Philadelphians on this side of the street, Donald. We got real Philadelphians on this side of the street. The real Philadelphians on this side of the street. Guess what? Real Philadelphians gonna make sure you really lose again. You know you lost, you know you're a loser. Don't Trump, don't Trump, don't Trump, don't Trump. People united! The people united! Doors in this city to elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Is that right? Is that right? Let me give it up for Tim Freeman! Chill spot.